welcome. I'm glad you're here. Another awesome day. Just wanted to keep you up to date on everything and how all the music's going, and talk to you about two things today, which is Gotta Get the Girl coming out January 19th. That's the 5th song, so I'm super excited about that. And then I also wanted to talk to you about lately the 6th song that I've been pretty much building in front of you here as much as I possibly can. So I wanted to talk to you about that as well. If you haven't ever seen any of these episodes, I did want to talk to you about why I started this channel a little bit. I kind of wanted to hold myself accountable for putting some music out. I kind of struggle with completing projects, and all the way through there was always something that I always felt like was missing part of the song, and I could never really complete it. And so I kind of started the channel for that reason. I just wanted to, hold myself a little bit accountable, start producing some work and actually putting it out there and calling it complete. I'm working on marketing myself as much as possible so that, you get to enjoy these songs as much as I'm enjoying the songs, and others do as well. So look for song number 5, which is amazing to me. January 19th, coming up in a couple weeks here. With figuring out how to market myself, hit that subscribe and like button, add a comment. So today like I mentioned, I want to get into lately with you a little bit. And I want to get into the weeds somewhat on how I construct these songs at least. And there isn't always a pattern, but I have somewhat of a formula for myself to get them done. Like I said, I'm very excited to have 5 songs out. That's more than, I ever thought I'd have out in, the streaming services. So that's pretty cool. So thank you for supporting me with my music and on this YouTube channel. I'm going to get into the song a little bit, and so let me show you what we got so far. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start slicing and dicing the song, and I'll show you what I mean by that as we go through it here. I'm going to put some markers in, and then these markers will tell me where the song kind of like has its breaks, and then that's how I can kind of start to formulate kind of a direction with it. Like, it's already pretty much complete, but I just don't know if the lyrics fit in there, if what I want to write for the chorus is going to be too long, too short, and then same for the next section, the next verse, if it's too long or too short. But I kind of wanted to show you that process. Maybe this will help you finish your music if you're thinking of how to write music, or this might help you in your process if you already write music, and this might just give you a different idea. Let's get a little bit into this program. I've got Ableton pulled up, and right now I got the song on a loop. So this little section here is on a loop. Just it looks like 1 or 2 bars of the song. So you'll hear what I'm talking about when I'm thinking about cutting and dicing the song. So let me push play here. So now the song just went into a loop. And so I can continuously play that, and it'll just loop, right? So if I'm trying to work on like a melody to sing over this, or guitar to write over this, I can just loop that section just like it's looping now, and it's just gonna play this until I decide to stop it. So let's stop it here. So now what I'll do as we listen to the song and what we have, just to kind of get you caught up, I'm gonna throw in some markers on here. And then that's how I'll start to identify where the breaks are at visually. So that way when I'm playing, or if I want to cut the song and make it a little longer, I can go, okay, I can cut this section and extend the whole song. And then that'll make it so it's easy for me to build the song even further than what already is. That's just my process. So let's start it from the beginning so you guys can hear it. So I'll throw my first marker here as an intro. So it's a locator, as they call it. visually see where the next one is kind of coming up. So I'll kind of start getting ahead of myself and I'll mark that one as well. Oh, kind of skipped it for me. So as the song's going along, I'm just making little mark points, and then I can go, okay, does this sound like I need more once I start to write some lyrics, or does it need less section, right? So here's another one. Here comes another one. I can kind of visually see it. And so I named the first one intro, then I named the second one change, and then I put verse, and then I put change as a label. And then this one I put in as a break because it's a little bit different, in a different key. So I labeled it different for myself to visually see it and go, okay, this is a different part of the song. Oh, it's going to be so good. And then I can visually see another one coming up here, so I just add the locator. And it sounds like a verse should go in there, so I'm just going to label it as verse. I don't know if that's how it'll end up, but that's what I'm going to label it now. It's like, this is the verse. At least that's what I think it is. And see, there's a little bit of a mistake there, which is fine. That's why I'm working on the song. Change again, and that change may be a chorus or it just may be a change. Like I said, I'm still working on the lyrics, so I'm not sure what direction I'm going to go with it. And actually, I heard a build up there, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to mark that as a build-up right there. And then it sounds like the verse comes back in. All right, so now the whole song is labeled there. So everything, hang on, let me hit that save button because I want to make sure I save my work here. And because I just updated Ableton and it's a newer version. It's it's just an update that they had, so it had me save the song as a different file. But basically now you guys know where the music's at, what I'm doing with it. But now, as I wanted to talk to you about, the song's broken up for me now. So now what I can do as far as slicing and dicing, and I'll show you some of that here, is now that everything is set up for myself, what I can do is mute this track, and then I can just cut the pieces that I want, because now I know where the song starts and ends. So I'll give you an example. I'll have to add another audio track here. So now here's another audio track, and then this is the very first part here. So I'm just gonna do 4 bars. I'm gonna copy it, and then I'm gonna go straight down and gonna go paste, Control V. And then I'm just gonna duplicate this here. And now let me show you, I've muted the original first track. Now here's the song with me cutting and pasting the loops. So now this is where I can kind of puzzle the song together if I want to make things longer. So let me show you that. There's the beat. There was a little mistake there, but it's okay. It's not a perfect track. But you see that mistake keeps popping up over and over, but now the song is on a perfect loop, however I want to do it. So now, let's say I wanted to make the change somewhere in the middle of that. Let me just, and this is just me messing around, just so you can kind of see. So now I can, let me start it from where I started the last time, so you can kind of see that. So now it starts with that loop, and you'll hear that little glitch, but then you'll hear the change. I can now rearrange the song pretty much any way I want. Now the song will just do whatever I want it to do, and I can puzzle the song together, and I can just play that over and over, or I can mix and match, or design the song to be something different. Even though I've already kind of structured it, and I kind of have an idea of what I want, now I can kind of play around with it a little bit more and make it a puzzle, and just have fun with it. And yeah, so I'm hoping, you know, the way I do things might not be exactly how everybody else does music, but that's how I do it. And if this is giving you some ideas to get your projects completed, I'm hoping it is helping you. So song number 6 is what you're hearing here, which is way more than, you know, I ever thought I'd do anyway. So I'm really excited about that. And just as a surprise, I am starting to look at song number 7, which is incredible to me at this point. Yeah, so song number 7, I will be talking about that at some point. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.